All right, everybody, how are we doing? What's going on? Sorry for the slight delay. I tried changing it to 10:15, but I could not figure out for the life of me how to change the time on this. But nevertheless, here we are. So what I'm going to be doing today is doing my mid-year movie review ranking. Sorry if I sound a little congested. I did just wake up. But I've seen 38 movies. So the fun fact there, something that I thought was kind of neat, is that actually I've had less time to see movies, but I've seen almost as many movies by the beginning of July. So I'm a little late on this video, but it is what it is. But the beginning of July, as I did last year. Last year I saw 39 movies by the beginning of July, end of June, and this year again 38. So I'm gonna go ahead and rank them from worst to best, in my opinion. So let's just go ahead and get right onto it. As always, we start off with honorable mentions. The only honorable mention that I've been able to see so far is going to be Top Gun. I saw the re release of Top Gun, as well as the re release of Top Gun Maverick. So that's going to be our 38 and 37. Both great movies, both IMAX releases, both fun. Had a great time with them. I wish I was able to see more. I really wanted to see Talladega Nights. I really wanted to see Ocean's 11. I really wanted to see Citizen Kane. There's so many that I wanted to see, and I just haven't had the time to, which was really unfortunate. But as we move on, we're going to be going to the worst to the best, in my opinion. And let me know in the comments what you think if you join in and jump in and see. All right, coming in at 36, The Bride. This movie, I thought this movie was terrible. It was, oh man, I got to sneeze. Oh, I have to sneeze, but I can't. I thought this movie was terrible. It was just not fun to watch. They made Frankenstein's monster, a fucking bitch, I guess you could say. It was just not a good time. The acting was good, just the story wasn't good. It was way too long. It was boring. And well, I'm sorry, dude. When you make Frankenstein's monsters look like a bitch, you can't really have my respect. So, I think Maggie Gyllenhaal should probably be put in director jail for a little bit, because this movie was not it. The trailer, watch the trailer. The trailer is much better than the movie, and even then, that's a pretty big stretch. 35. We Bury the Dead. Oh, let me fix this real quick. Ah, there we go. We Bury the Dead at 35. Again, this movie boring, not very good. The chemistry between Daisy Ridley and homie that plays Nightwing on Titans wasn't good at all. This military guy, he's barely in there, so I don't even know why he's in the poster. And it was kind of predictable. They went a little 28 years later route, and at least that's what I had predicted, and it seemed to be kind of true. But yeah, just not very good overall. Wasn't a fan. 34 is going to be Scream. Let me make sure I have this right, actually. 34 is going to be Scream 7. Oh man, talk about a bad movie. There's just so many decisions that were made in this movie. It's like that logically doesn't make sense. I get suspending your disbelief to an extent, but there's so much that was so wrong with this movie. Not good at all. 5 and 6 were much better. And yeah, don't waste your time with this one. 33, The Iron Lung. I think if I played the game or I even followed Markiplier on YouTube, I'd have much more appreciation for this movie. The whole time I was watching it, I was like, "What the fuck is going on? What is this movie about?" And it was very anticlimactic. But his acting was good. I mean, I didn't think it was bad, but I don't know enough about the franchise itself to be able to understand or appreciate what the movie was. Gosh, I'm tired. All right, that was 33. Moving on now to 32, Passenger. This movie went in a different route than I thought it was going to be. Horror was on this is on it still is, but it's on this hot streak, and this kind of came out in the middle of two big horror movies. I believe it was Obsession and Backrooms that this came out in between. And it was just okay. It was like it went like a demon route versus like a psycho killer, and I thought it was going to be more a psycho killer route. And so I wasn't too big of a fan of it, to be honest with you. But I mean, I would say it's worth a watch though. unlike the other ones. Coming in at 31 is going to be Crime 101. This movie, not well paced, pretty boring. It's cool to see Ruffalo and Hemsworth back on the screen together. I'll give it that. But even then, from what I remember, they're not really on screen all that much together. Barry Keoghan does a good job for what he is when he's there. Same with Halle Berry. But it's just very slow, and I guess it's meant to be that way. But I was expecting a little bit more action from it. So definitely do not watch this movie if you're tired. 30. A lot of people are going to disagree on this one, but the drama. The drama, I expected more from this. You're going to hear me say this a lot throughout this video. I expected more from this. There's just something about it that just seemed off, or like it felt very, when you got to the end, you're like, oh, that's it? So it just, I don't know. It wasn't, I didn't even think the story was all that great. The acting was good, especially with Zendaya. She did fantastic, but also, like, it just seemed, the movie seemed the same exact thing every 5 minutes. It's like, oh, you're mad at me for this? Well, let's work it out. You're mad at me for this? If it's still this thing, let's work it out. Okay, we can't work it out, but you're mad at me. Yeah, but I'm mad at you because we're not working it out. And then it was just a constant back and forth. It was, I don't know. I did not enjoy it. Not for me. Moving into our 20s at 29, They Will Kill You. This movie was cool. The action was fun, and it gets very weird near the end. And the weirdness didn't really sit with me. It was like, I think Ready or Not did it better, and Ready or Not is much higher on the list than this. But Ready or Not did still go with that weird route. This one was just a little bit different. But the action's really cool, so I would say it's worth a watch. Going at 28, Masters of the Universe. This movie, I know what it was supposed to be. It just did not hit. And the actors, they did fine. They did what they're supposed to do as far as the job goes. However, just the overall story, I didn't like. I really wanted to see young Adam and then be the one to transition into adult Adam of He Man. But he's just already He Man, and I did not like that. And I also didn't like how cheesy it was. I know again that it was supposed to be cheesy. Did not like it. It went a little too far too many times, and a little too stupid too many times. You could have it be cheesy and stupid and still have it fit, and it just didn't. So He Man at, what was that, 28? Yes, He Man at 28. 27, Greenland 2. I actually had fun with this movie. I'll be honest with you, I don't remember much of it. It was back in January, but I remember coming out of it and be like, oh, okay, like I enjoyed that. It was, I mean, I guess you could say a worthy sequel to Greenland. It wasn't a necessary sequel, but at the same time, what sequels are necessary? So, uh, it was uh, it was a good movie about family and sticking together and through tough times. And obviously, like Greenland is like the end of the world. These movies, it's like that 2012 type disaster style movie. And the disaster scenes were good. The action was good. The acting was good. So I didn't have too bad of a problem with this one. It's just not in my top favorites. 26, Scary Movie 6. I like this movie better than most. I went into it blind, however, so I think that helped me a lot. And also, I had some adult apple juice before I went in. So I think all those things combined actually led to a really great experience for me in this movie. I like to laugh at stupid little things too, and there's a lot of stupid in this. And it's not the kind of stupid that He Man was. It's just the kind of stupid spoof movies are kind of supposed to be, but also what the worst spoof movies had. I'm just easily entertained. So Scary Movie for me at number 26. I would say, or Scary Movie 6 at 26. I haven't seen the other ones in a really long time, but if I were to rank it off the top of my head, it would go one, two, three, six, four, five. I think that's what my rankings would be. But either way, I think it was good to have the Wayans brothers back, and there's some funny moments. So if you haven't seen the trailer, I think you'll really enjoy this. At 25, Beast. This is an MMA movie. I think it's an Australian made movie. It was okay. It was like very middle of the road. The acting wasn't very good, but I will say the action and the choreography and the fighting was fantastic. I was not expecting it. Russell Crowe is easily the best part of this movie, but he's barely in it, so that sucks. I think more of him would have added more to the movie. But I think it's worth watching. I do like these kind of like fighting B movies. But just no, don't expect any Oscar caliber acting. 24, Mario Galaxy movie. This movie was all over the place. That's why it's so, I guess technically low, even though we're getting a little bit higher. It's just all over the place. I still don't like how Princess Peach is like, oh yeah, I'll just go do it by myself. Like fuck off, Mario. This is like the Mario movie, and they keep trying to center it around Princess Peach. Not a fan of that. I loved Yoshi though, and I got the popcorn bucket. So the popcorn bucket alone puts us in the 20s. Um, if you have kids, the kids will probably love it. If you're one of those people that's like constantly thinking about other things and you get easily distracted, you'll also love this movie because there's a lot of things to be distracted by. Mario Galaxy movie at 24. Coming in at 23, Mandalorian and Grogu. Part of me has it at this spot mainly just because it's a Star Wars movie, and that's kind of sad to say. The history of Star Wars is what makes this movie bearable for me, and that's not good. The movie itself, if I were to judge the movie itself, not a good movie. It feels like two or three different mini movies in one, and you can tell when those mini movies would have ended. The John Favreau the whole time was like, "No, we wrote a whole new story for the movie. It's not a season combined into one thing." Yes, it is. It's season four combined into a movie, and the action's okay, but it just feels too easy, and I don't like that in a Star Wars movie. I want my Star Wars movie to have some challenges. I want my Star Wars movies to have some um I can't think of the proper word, but just I don't like when I don't like that it felt like a show. I wanted to, if you're gonna make a movie, make it feel like a movie, and it just felt like a show. Grogu has some cool scenes in the movie, but it's like, how come he can do all this, but he can't do something simple like that? And then you'll know what I'm talking about when you see the movie. So I guess that's somewhat like right in the middle. That's almost right in the middle of the road. Um, Mandalorian and Grogu at 23. Not very good. Not terrible, but not very good. 22. How to Make a Killing. I actually had a lot of fun with this movie. Um, it was back in February, so I don't remember too much of it. I remember wanting more out of each individual scene. He's going to kill his family members. But I remember wanting a little bit more from certain actors just because the chemistry was there and the chemistry was fun. And just to see a little bit more into the creating of his plan to kill his family members. But I mean, from what was there, I actually really enjoyed it. I had more fun with it than I anticipated. So, How to Make a Killing at 22. All right, where am I at over here? 21 is going to be Primate. Primate was a lot of fun too. This was an early January movie about this monkey that I think the monkey got rabies or something like that. It was a trained monkey. It was all cool and fine, and I think he got rabies and he went crazy and killed people. The kills were crazy. The violence was crazy. The gore was there. Um, the deaf guy from Coda was in this movie. Great actor. I feel like everybody actually did a pretty good job in this movie. It was fun to watch, so I definitely go ahead and give this one a watch. I believe it's on Paramount Plus, so watch it if you can. At number 20, In the Gray. I had a lot of fun with this movie too. Guy Ritchie, Henry Cavill, Jake Gyllenhaal, the hot chick from whatchamacallit, from Baby Driver. I forget her name, and if I honestly don't think I can pronounce it. But this was a really fun movie, and I like how it was just a bro spy movie. These guys weren't competing for her attention. They were actually just working for her. They weren't fighting over one another. They weren't doing anything. They were just bros being bros and killing dudes, and good enough for me, man. In the Gray at episode 20, or episode Jesus, at number 20. Number 19, Ready or Not 2. I like the first one quite a bit. I didn't have high expectations for this one, though, considering that the first one was pretty good. And this one, I feel like lived up to it. I had a lot of fun with this movie. I liked the addition of the sister. I forget her name as well. She's from Ant Man. Um, I like the addition of her to the story. The cast that came in was great. The kills were awesome. Again, it got a little weird near the end, but it fit. Unlike They Will Kill You, it fit for me for some reason. And so Ready or Not 2, Here I Come at, was it 20 or 19? At 19. At 18, Mercy. Again, a movie that not a lot of people enjoyed. I kind of did. It was basically set in real time. There's a 90-minute timer, and the movie's 90 minutes long. And the action was cool. I like the futuristic elements to it. Chris Pratt and Rebecca Ferguson were good. Their acting wasn't crap. They actually bring the level of this movie up because of their acting. So Red or not Ready or not Mercy at 18. At 17, we have Backrooms. Backrooms is probably going to be higher on most people's list. I'm not familiar with the Backrooms YouTube stuff. I'm not familiar with really much anything to do about it, and I expected more from it. It was a slow burn, and by the time the flame went out, it was like, oh, okay. I kind of wanted a little bit more, and there is a re-release with extra footage. I think it's like an extra like 10 or 15 minutes of footage. Maybe that makes a difference. I left with more questions than answers, but I think it was supposed to do that. So that's why I don't hate the movie. I just wanted a little bit more oomph from it. Backrooms at 18 or 17. Backrooms at 17. At 16, Jackass 5, the best and last. It definitely was not the best Jackass movie, and that's okay. These guys are old. You can't really expect them to do what they're doing 20, 25 years ago or whatever it was. Um, but it was really cool to see them pick their favorite skits and kind of revisit that. It was cool to see never before seen skits from the past that were never allowed to air, and now it did. And it was, and they still had enough new stuff in there. It wasn't just a greatest hits run. It was like, hey, let's look at the past and what we enjoy doing, and then let's do something fun too, that's new. So I liked the I like the style in which they chose to make the movie. It's always fun to see a Jackass movie. It's always fun to see people get hurt. Um, Not in like that way, but like in the Jackass way. It's fun. So I put Jackass 5 at 16. At 15, we have Goat. This movie was much more enjoyable than I thought it was going to be. Um, the I liked what they did with basketball. It wasn't just like a random goat coming into the real world to play basketball. Like it was actually this whole animal kingdom, and they have a specific kind of basketball that they play, and it's like this new just style of basketball, and I really enjoyed it. So I had a lot of fun with it, and I think it's definitely a good like movie to watch with your family, and it's easily rewatchable too. Goat at 15. Coming in at 14 is a movie that surprised me so much. Came out at the beginning of the year. That's Dracula. This movie, I don't know what it was about this movie, but I really dug it. And the main character, the guy that plays, who was a Banshee from X-Men First Class, he did great. His acting is awesome. The girls in the movie are sexy. The Christoph Waltz is the guy that's trying to basically kill all the bad guys or all the vampires, and just overall, just a fun movie. And at least I thought so. Visually, it was visually pleasing. The story was good. It went a little goofy with the style in which um, Dracula looked, but it fit. And I enjoyed that. So definitely check out Dracula if you can. I think more people would enjoy it than not. Coming in at number 13 is going to be 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. Again, another movie that just takes big swings. And for me, it landed, it hit. And I do think it was better than the 28 Years Later, the first one that came out, I believe it was last year. And Ray Fiennes did a great job. The ending of this movie with the the heavy metalness of it was a lot of fun, and I don't even really like heavy metal all that much. And that was a wild swing, and it worked. So I really enjoyed this one. I hope they do a third one so they can do their 28 years trilogy, and we'll see where it goes from there. So 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple at 13. At number 12, Dead Man's Wire, a movie that I was not expecting to necessarily enjoy, but I was expecting to like, and I really enjoyed it, based off a true story. And I loved the time setting. I believe it was set in the 70s. And what's it called? The acting was really good from everybody that was in it, especially the main guy, Skarsgård here. He did great. And they show video at the end of like the real guy and just the mannerisms he did astonishing with. This movie does not get a lot of attention that it should have. I think if it came out more around like the September-ish time of year, it would have actually done pretty well in the theater. Especially because now we're seeing like people coming back to the theaters far more than that at the beginning of the year. So if you have a chance to check out Dead Man's Wire, check it out. It's a little long. I will say that it's a little long, but nevertheless, I thought it was really good. Coming in at number 11 is another one people are going to probably be kind of upset about, but that is Obsession. Obsession was very good. I wouldn't say it was great. There's some choices in there that I'm like, you're kind of escaping the reality a little bit too much now. But other than that, it's obviously been this huge hit at the theaters. It was made for like less than $1 million or something like that. And it's made $300 million. It's made so much money. I love the success behind it. I love the story behind the actors, the actress as well. In particular, I've seen her in Superman and Lois when she was much younger. So I'm glad to see her coming up in the world of acting and continuing to do a great job. So Obsession is going to be number 11 for me. And before I get into my top 10, I go based on the enjoyment that I have in the theater while watching, not necessarily how good or bad the movie is. So that's why at number 10, I have Mortal Kombat 2. This movie is not very good, but this movie is fun as fuck. This movie makes you feel like you're living inside the video game, and that's what's awesome about it. The story and the acting, not very good, but the action and the fighting is what makes this worth it. I loved Mortal Kombat 2. I had so much fun with it, and I would rewatch it over and over again. It's easily rewatchable. Even with the bad acting, it's easily rewatchable, and that sets a pretty high standard for a movie. Coming in at number 9, Disclosure Day. I love alien stuff. I wasn't expecting what everybody else was expecting, I guess. It seems to me that everybody was expecting what happens on Disclosure Day, what happens after Disclosure Day. For me, I was like, no, this movie's very clearly leading up to Disclosure Day, and that's exactly what it did. Um, I had to go to the bathroom right at the beginning, and I ended up waiting like over an hour to watch because I was just so intrigued by the story and the little device that they have and everything like that, and like trying to just figure out what's going on within the movie itself. I really enjoyed Disclosure Day, so check out Disclosure Day. Going with it, knowing that it's the story leading up to Disclosure Day, not what happens after Disclosure Day, and I think you'll enjoy it much more with that mentality. Alrighty. Next up, coming in at number 8, The Sheep Detectives. The Sheep Detectives is just an overall fun family movie. Everybody in this movie does a good job. The story is fun. It's also just a cute movie. And what animal movie isn't really a cute movie? So check it out, Sheep Detectives. It's just the when you see it, you just feel like a better person, I guess, even though it's a movie about murder. But it shows you that the love for animals that people have, the love for people that animals have, and the love for family. It's just an overall good family movie. After that, Sheep Detectives at 8. We're going to go to number 7, and that's going to be Send Help. This was the biggest surprise of the year so far for me. I did not expect to enjoy this movie as much as I did in the theater. Um, Definitely watch it with some friends or like a pretty big group because it takes some swings like 28 years later. And if it hits for everybody watching, it's a lot of fun to laugh together and it's a lot of fun to go, oh my God, to do that with a group of people. So definitely watch Send Help. It was a movie made for the theaters. Obviously, you could watch it on your own at home, but try to watch it with some people if you can. Coming in at number 6, Toy Story 5. Not a fan of their feminization of Buzz. Not a fan of them making Woody essentially useless and unnecessary. However, with those two big things, this story is a good story, and I can't really deny that. And I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of laughs. I saw it with my mom, so that made something a little bit more special to it than if I had seen it alone, probably. And it's an overall good time. It gets back to the hitting the Pixar feels. There's some really sad moments. There's some really emotional moments. There's some really good laughs. I love what they did with the 100 buzzes or whatever. I still won't spoil that because it wasn't spoiled for me, and if it was, I kind of would have been upset. But I love what they did with that. I thought that was hilarious, and I just love the story also of technology taking over, but it's not the technology taking over that's bad. It's how we use it that's bad. And I think they did a good job displaying that. Toy Story 5, sixth place. Going into my top 5, at number 5, we have Michael. I had so much fun with this movie, man. I understand people that wanted to see the dark side of Michael Jackson or the dark side of what was on his come up, or a little bit more of the dark stuff, be like with his dad kind of being a dickhead. Uh, I didn't care. No, you show me a lot of the making of these music videos, the performance of his nephew. I forget his nephew's name. the performance of him as Michael, and that was good enough for me. The acting was great. The story was good for what was there. I understand again wanting to go a little bit deeper into the life of Michael Jackson, not just his greatest hits, but I didn't need to. And it's made almost $1 billion. It's made, I think it's the biopic that's made the most money ever. So give me Michael 2. Put all that stuff in Michael 2. Hell, give me Michael 3 and put it in Michael 3. I don't care. You keep making more movies like this, I'm going to love them. And it's hard just to not sit there and bob your head or shake your foot or sing along to the songs. It's just a really fun time overall. Michael at number 5. Number 4. Good luck, have fun, don't die. This is a futuristic movie again based in the AI thing. That's just going to be the new thing from now on. Every movie's going to have AI involved or technology involved. To me, this is like Terminator meets Edge of Tomorrow, and it was a lot of fun. Sam Rockwell was hilarious in the movie. He always does a good job in everything he's in, except Iron Man 2. Even then, But I had a lot of fun with this movie. Good action, uh, good wackadoo story, if that makes sense. It goes a little far fetched at the end for me, but that doesn't change the amount of fun that I had throughout the whole movie. So good luck, have fun, don't die at number 4. At number 3, Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. This movie was awesome. It was a time travel movie, but these guys had filmed the movie like back in 2008 or something like that, and then refilmed it again last year, and then intersected and intercut all these different things so that way it could be a time travel movie about just like their friendship and them in the band together or a band together, them doing a show of the band or whatever it may be. And I had a lot of fun with this movie. I think obviously I think it's one of the best movies of the year because it's at number 3. But it's a movie that not many people have heard of and definitely deserves to be seen. So if you can, check out Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. Coming in at number 2, Project Hail Mary. I read this book in January, saw the movie in March. I expected just a tad bit more from the movie. I think the adaptation of The Martian was slightly better from the book. I read the Martian book as well. I think the adaptation from book to screen for that movie was just a little bit better, but this was still great. And Rocky is amazing. I love all these little Rocky videos that are out there now. What's his name? Ryan Gosling did a great job as well. Everybody in the movie did awesome. The visuals were great. I love when he's out there and he's just like, I'm having a moment, and then it just shows everything in like infrared. It shows the planet, everything like that. The comedy doesn't ruin the movie like a lot of comedic bits do in movies now. It doesn't ruin a serious moment. That was really important to me, and I could easily rewatch this movie over and over and over and over again. I've seen it. I think I saw it 3 times in theaters, and I've at least watched it twice since it's been on digital. So this movie definitely worth seeing. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's now on Amazon Prime, so if you have Prime, it's free to watch. You don't have to buy it digitally now. Project Hail Mary coming in at number 2. And finally, my number 1 favorite movie of the year so far is Tuner. Tuner is a really cool movie about a guy who was an amazing piano player. Something happened to him. He lost part of his hearing and he could not play the way he used to. So now he just tunes the pianos. And he gets caught up in some shenanigans, breaking into rich people's safes. And from there, it goes on to what the movie is. And this movie, I just had a really good time with it. The story was good. The acting was good. The suspense of it was good. The piano playing when it was good. So I love like the Whiplash type movies that like they can be intense and raw, and then the music is still amazing. I like that as well in Tuner. There's so much, every single thing. There was not one thing that I disliked about this movie, and that's why it's at my favorite. So Tuner, number 1 out of a total of 38. So with that, that is my mid-year movie rankings. Let me know in the comments down below what movies you saw, or if you saw all of these, go ahead and rank mine in your own personal rankings. Let me know what you think. I did also see Young Washington and Supergirl, but I saw that in July, so I'm not going to count it because it technically wasn't at that 6 month cutoff from when I saw them. So those will be included in my end of the year rankings that I will do. I plan on doing it again New Year's Eve. So let me know again what you think. about all these movies. I'll just do a quick run through as well. Honorable mention for 37, 38, Top Gun 1 and 2. 36 was The Bride. 35 is We Bury the Dead. 34 is Scream 7. 33 is The Iron Lung. 32 is Passenger. 31 is Crime 101. 30 is The Drama. 29 is They Will Kill You. 28 is Masters of the Universe. 27 is Greenland 2. 26, Scary Movie 6. 25, Beast. 24, Mario. 23, Mandalorian Grogu. 22, How to Make a Killing. 21, Primate. 20, In the Gray. 19, Ready or Not 2. 18, Mercy. 17, Backrooms. 16, Jackass 5. 15, Goat. 14, Dracula. 13, 28 Years Later. 12, Dead Man's Wire. 11, Obsession. 10, Mortal Kombat 2. 9, Disclosure Day. 8, Sheep Detectives. 7, Send Help. 6, Toy Story 5. 5, Michael. 4, Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. 3, Nirvana, the show, the band, the movie. 2, Project Hail Mary. And 1, Tuner. Go ahead and let me know what you guys think about all those movies if you saw them. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.